How's it going, YouTube? Hi, Drax here, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down Zenkai Turles from the movie, the OG one, the double balance update Turles, and it's been a while since we've done one of these videos, so bear with me. As you can see, we have his Zenkai panel open right now. At 14 stars, Zenkai 7, he's got some pretty good stats, very high defenses I must say, and blast and strike attack are pretty mid, but HP pretty good as well. Let's take a look at his blue card. Let's see if anything's changed. This is the Zenkai blue card. Deals major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 20% to blast damage, 20 counts. They just increased it by 5. The green card restores health 20% to damage and randomly picks one of those effects. 50% to vanish engage, 20% to own key recovery, 20% to blast damage, and draw a special arts card next. So he can basically spam green cards if you're lucky, but that doesn't happen too often. 20% damage inflicted. Okay, looks like they kept it the same. They didn't change much of it. Yeah, no, they didn't change any of it, especially the green card. Okay, main ability, draw a special arts card next, restores on key by 50, 15%, minus 15 to own blast damage for 60 counts. Okay, and pretty much the same except he gets 50 key, and he picks up 40 extra counts of blast card, the reduction in blast cards cost. Okay, main ability has not changed. Zenkai ability is obviously buffing purple powerful opponent. This is the damage buffs he gets against Son family specifically. 40% to blast damage inflicted against tag Son family. Okay, 20% inflicted to strike damage against Saiyans. Interesting. I know this was just 40% anti-Son family, so interesting that they're adding just the extra Saiyan unique there. Applies the following effects to self from battle start for 60 counts. Reduces damage for 30%. Increases arts card draw by level 1. That's kind of nuts. Having arts card increased by 1 for 60 counts is pretty good. He's going to be out there for a lot longer than you think he is going to be. This is just the old one, 30% to damage reduction for 35 timer counts. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws one new card. Okay, that's pretty good. When you have 3 or fewer. 50% to damage for 15 counts. Perfect amount of time. If you want to switch in and out, you can ideally get this off twice if you swap fast enough. So you can potentially come in with 30% extra damage for about 5 counts, so that's pretty good. Apply the following effects to self according to the number of times the special move special arts card Fruit from the Tree of Might has been activated with this character. 1 to 3 times 15% damage inflicted, so he gets a 45% damage increase, and then he gets an extra 30 key. 4 times or more, restores key by 30. Okay, so you spam this thing 3 times, he gets 45% increased damage, coupled with it when he comes into the battlefield, so that's 60%, and if he's up against a Saiyan, that's 80%, and if he's up against a Son family Saiyan, which is basically SJ Goku, that's type disadvantage, the Gokus, then he's coming in with 120% damage against that specific Goku family or Son family Goku unit. So he's coming in with 120% extra damage with the level 1 card draw, and he guarantees himself a card on swap in. I mean, this is pretty good and decent. His stats are okay. I mean, his stats are really great at 14 stars, but like if you don't have 14 stars, you're not seeing this. His defense is pretty high though, but you're running him alongside powerful opponent, I'm assuming. I mean, you can run him on movie sagas, he does have the tag, but yeah, the teams are probably going to be running on will probably be powerful opponent and movie sagas. But for movie sagas, I mean, there's the Zenkai, DPS Broly, there's the new purple Gohan, even purple Bojack is still pretty good. And although he Zenkai buffs 2 of those 3 units, I mean, I don't know if he's as good as the DBS Broly just yet. But this unit was specifically designed to try and curve the Zenkai LF SSJ3 Goku. It's pretty obvious. 40% to blast damage, basically 120% increased damage across the board. Well, let me not say across the board. Okay, 40% increase to Son family units specifically for blast damage, 20% to Saiyans. That's a lot of damage coming up against the Zenkai SSJ3 LF Goku. But his kit seems very unique. I mean, he gets 15% on swap in. I mean, if you don't get these green cards off, you're not getting that 45% extra damage, which is the problem. And it's not like he picks those up with the... It's not like he picks those up, does he? No. Draw one. He just draws 1 card, so you're gonna have to draw 2 cards, hopefully by running or cycling out your hand to try and get those other 2 cards. I don't like that in the kit, but he does restore 10% HP every time, 20% increased damage for 20 counts, and then you get a random third effect here, draw a special arts card next, which is kind of like okay, but you have to bank on the fact that you're getting that specific one to get it. I don't like his restriction at that they don't provide him with the green cards, like just offhand. I mean, you could have at least provided one so it gets that extra 30% because main ability, and from the unique you gotta get extra another one. Not a it's not a good thing that you have to cycle your hand a multiple number of times. I mean, if you run this guy up with the Zenkai Broly, the DBZ Broly from Second Coming, I mean, you get 2 green cards when you swap in with him, so maybe you run him like that. But on Powerful Opponent, I don't see him actually getting green cards. I don't think there's a green card generator that is from Powerful Opponent. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna actually run him on Powerful. Well, you probably would. You don't run him as a bench for HD and King Piccolo, which by the way is still really good. I don't really get the idea that he's bad, but he's really good still. But I think his main fault, if this guy buffed movies with his Z ability, if he buffed purple and movies as like a secondary Z ability, I could make the argument that you'd probably toss this guy in as a bench option that you would use in case you came up against Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The DBS Zenkai Broly isn't bad, it's just that ramping up takes a very long time, and this guy is straight out of the gate going to be doing 40% extra blast and 20% strike damage to that Zenkai Goku. So I don't know, this guy doesn't seem like a really great option. I mean, the first 3 uniques are pretty decent, pretty good. Level 1 card draw speed 60 timer counts, very good. Drawing 1 extra card when you have 3 of you when you swap in, great. But he doesn't get key on swap in, which is a little bit of a letdown. And then you on top of that, you have to use 3 green cards to get his 45% guaranteed damage, which shouldn't be the case, and you only draw 1, so technically speaking you're only getting the 15%, and then you have to cycle out the rest of the green cards. I don't like that final unique here. It's kind of a letdown, and then every time he uses his uses it 4 more times, he gets 30 key, and then he gets this uniques here, but that's not enough key to do anything really. I don't like this guy Zenkai. I wouldn't recommend you Zenkaiing him just yet. Apart from stats, which is pretty okay, I suppose, he's gonna be tanking fairly well. This guy is on Powerful Opponent, so he'd probably taking a ton of damage from Gogeta Blue, who does extra damage against powerful opponents, and the Gohan himself would have an extra damage boost even though type disadvantage. So just be mindful of the fact that his final unique is the one reason that I'm saying do not Zenkai this guy. There are probably going to be better Zenkai. There's probably going to be an LF Zenkai at some point in the next couple weeks, maybe in the next week or two. But I wouldn't Zenkai this guy at all. I don't know whether you guys are a Turles fan or not. I apologize if I'm being harsh on this unit, but I don't think he deserves the 7,000 chronos required to Zenkai. The fact that he doesn't get key on swap in, and the fact that you have to spam green cards to get his 45% damage up is not something that I want to promote. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think of Turles down below, whether or not you should Zenkai him. I personally believe you shouldn't Zenkai him just yet. Wait for the showcases, wait to see if he's actually decent. Don't go straight in and Zenkai him. People like Goresh and these other legend YouTubers, Ryuden, they're probably going to do a Zenkai 7 showcase. I personally won't be doing it, but let's see how he does in those situations. And once he's Zenkai 7, let's see if he's actually worth the 7,000 chrono crystals. Anyways guys, I'll catch you in the next one.